Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and tonight I want to talk about why you may feel crazy that you don't understand what's going on throughout the month in your body, and you're like, why is this not working right now? Or why is this working right now? And I'm going to share with you the number one tip that is going to make a difference in how you look at your results going forward. Huge tip. So stay tuned for that. But when we look at and learn about our bodies and our systems, oftentimes it's shocking to realize, yeah, your system's not the same every week throughout the month. No, totally different. So here's a little rundown. If you're not familiar, day 1 is the first day of your period. Day 14 is about when you ovulate. Day 28 is when that ends. This is about, so as long as everything's balanced and working correctly, this is about when you should ovulate. Some women ovulate early or late, and that affects how their body responds. If you have a naturally longer cycle, like, oh, my cycle's 34 days. Yep, okay, totally fine, totally normal. Just realize that you should have a typical pattern that your body follows every month. On average, it is about 28 days. But that can change if you're under stress, right? We've all been stressed out and been late or skipped a period, right? This can change if you've had an injury, an illness. This can change if you have not been eating enough, if you've been not feeding yourself the right nutrients. Yeah, it can mess up your hormones and your cycle, and that in turn then messes up how good you feel, how well you can build muscle, how your performance is, everything. It's a complete trickle-down effect from there. Yay! So good. So keep in mind that when you're looking at how your body works and functions, it's really essential that you're understanding where you're at. So oftentimes one of the first things I recommend for women is to, hey, figure out where you're at. Figure out where you are. If you're like, I have no idea, or I'm on the pill or something, that's okay. There's certain body metrics that we take then. And these are things that we go over in the 12-week challenge. So again, if you are not on the wait list for the 12-week challenge, I'll put that in the comments right now. Get on the wait list for the 12-week challenge. These are things we go over. If you're on a birth control of some kind, if you haven't had a period since you've been off birth control a year ago, yes, absolutely we need to address this. If you're in perimenopause, if something's happened, if you've had a baby a year ago and you still haven't gotten all these other scenarios, absolutely there are ways for you to track your body metrics to figure out where you're at. That's really essential for you to understand where to start, because there's so much power in working with your body and system and even understanding where your system's at. A lot of women don't know what's happening because they don't know where they're at. So during this first here, you can see these first couple of weeks, estrogen's higher. During the second couple of weeks, progesterone's higher. Estrogen does something different than progesterone. It's gonna build lean muscle, get you more energy, boost your metabolism, digestive system's working better, all those great things there. Progesterone happens and it slows down your digestive system, takes longer to recover from workouts, you can get tired a little earlier, and you do need more nutrient here. You need more calorie, more healthy fats, more minerals, especially during this week. It's essential that you're getting this in. If you're not, your body's gonna see it as depletion and have cravings. Yeah, so great. So if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where I'm at. I don't know what's happening. How am I supposed to use this to my advantage? You can do things like track your basal body temperature and figure out where you're at. But also just really understand that, hey, look at each week here. Look at each week what's happening. Like if this is weeks 1, I'm not doing a very good job at drawing this. But this is weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. Look how different, I'm drawing all over this now. During week 1, oh my gosh, look at what those hormones are doing. During week 2, holy cow. And then week 3, flip-flops, and 4, totally different again. What? Yeah, totally different focus and body each week throughout the month. So no wonder why you're gonna feel different. You're gonna have cravings for carbs here more because your body's burning more carb. Your body burns more fat here naturally. Yeah, pretty amazing. I'm gonna get a different color here. I'm gonna use this bright orange. It's kind of aggressive on the eyeball. It's really bright. But it's essential you're understanding where you're at and what your body needs. Otherwise, you're gonna be in this constant fight with it. I'm eating clean this week, just like I did last week. Yet I feel like I need more food. You do! If you're following a healthy meal plan, and it just talks about restricting calories and doesn't add calories in throughout the month, you're following the wrong meal plan for your body. female body needs more. It needs more. If you're in perimenopause or menopause and you don't have your protein numbers adjusted for your body specifically, you're not going to get and keep the right result. You just can't. So again, go in the comments, get on the wait list for the next 12-week challenge because it is essential information. Now, I also want you to know that on the wait list, you're going to get more information. There's good stuff there to kind of let you know what the 12-week challenge is all about, a little bit more about it, meal plan, grocery list, morning routine, all these things. I work with you closely to make sure you have the right regimen for your body, your system. But I only take so many women. So I do allow anybody on the wait list, but I can only take so many women in the program. So we're going to be opening registration fairly soon. So if you're not on the wait list, get on the wait list because we're probably going to cap out for this round. So there's always another round that we're going to be doing, so don't worry. But just so you know, don't miss out on the wait list because there's a ton of good info on there. So every week your body is totally different, so no wonder why it responds different. You have different chemistry. These hormones pass through the blood-brain barrier, so it's going to mentally feel different, physically feel different. Your digestive system is going to be different. Yeah, everything is going to be reacting and responding differently. You react differently to stress here versus here. Yeah, all of it. And here's the number one tip I have for you in terms of really gauging your results. I've said this before, but it's so funny. I just chatted, randomly, was this today or was this yesterday? That was yesterday. I randomly ran into a gal that saw me do a talk like a year ago. A year ago, I did this talk. And she came and saw the talk and she's like, I've been following you. And she goes, I implemented this one thing. And she goes, it has made the biggest difference in my mindset and how I view my results. Here's what it is. Weigh yourself once a month. You pick one day, maybe it's day 14. This is when you're going to weigh yourself. That's it. And you compare this weight to the previous month, day 14, and to the next month, day 14. If you want to weigh yourself more than that to, great, but don't you dare compare it within the month. You're comparing a different body point. That's not the same body you're comparing. If you weigh yourself here and weigh yourself here, look at where those something completely different is going on there. That's a really unfair comparison. Here's what a lot of women will do. They'll start on a program, a protocol, something. And they'll think, oh, this is so good. I'm following this thing. I'm feeling good. It's so great, right? And you're like, yay, look at me. I'm going along. This is great. Yay. And all of a sudden, you weigh yourself here. You weigh yourself here. You weigh yourself here. Oh, weigh yourself here. Stop weighing yourself so much. But besides that, a lot of women just can't not do it. So you're weighing yourself and everything seems great. And then you get to here and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gaining weight. I'm gaining weight. Oh no, I'm gaining weight here. That's gaining weight. And you're like, oh, I'm not losing. Things are going in the wrong direction. So you immediately think about what you've just been doing in the past week or two and think, that must be it. I must be doing something wrong. So you start changing what you're doing. Here's the reality of how long it takes for things to really take effect in the female body. If you're talking about actual fat mass and having an impact on fat mass for women, we burn fat very differently than men do. Like men can, sneeze and fart and drop 5 pounds like that. It's so different for the female body. Our bodies are designed to be fat storing machines. So when we want to actually change body composition, you really have to focus on the correct measurements for our bodies and systems, which are completely different throughout the month versus the male system is the same throughout the month. So it's not a fair comparison. So, you can do things like if you just dehydrate yourself and starve yourself for a couple of days, yeah, you'll lose weight, but that's not a healthy way to do it. You're losing water weight. You're losing stored glycogen from your muscle tissue. That's not the weight loss that you want. The reaction of doing that in the female body is actually to slow down your metabolism and increase your fat storage. What? Yeah, I know. This is why it's so important. If you weigh yourself here, you're comparing yourself against the same body. Previous month, the next month, so you get good measurements for where you are actually at in that same body. You have 4 different bodies throughout the month. You need to make sure, this, by the way, is a little paper cut. It's like the tiniest paper cut, but it is right on the end of my finger, and I keep touching it on first world problems. So stop comparing yourself against a body that's not the same body each week. That's the basic thing. So this gal who saw me talk a year ago, and I talked about this. I said, you're setting yourself up for failure because you get here and you're like, oh my gosh, I weigh more. You should weigh more. You have more blood volume here. Your uterus is literally twice the size here as it is here. Yeah, twice as big. So of course you should weigh more. And she's like, oh my gosh, I started weighing myself once every 28 days. She goes, it is the biggest game changer for me because I know that's when I take my metric, that's when I measure myself, and that's when I analyze what was I doing the previous month and how is that affecting my results. It's not day to day, week to week necessarily for women. Our bodies don't function like that. If you're weighing yourself and comparing a week apart, you're comparing a different body. It's not the same. So it's a really unfair measurement. And then of course you think what I just did in the past week didn't work, so I got to change it. Not true. For the female body to make a really big impact on your body and your hormones, it's really, really important that you are going through this phase for a proper amount of time. So for women, it takes 12 weeks for that hormone phase to happen. That's why I have a 12-week program. It is designed specifically for women. I only work with women. It is designed specifically for the female body, for female physiology and how this works and functions. That's why women get such amazing results. That's why I had this in my Instagram stories today. That is why I had a gal who, she did my program 2 years ago and she is still getting results. She's still not only maintaining, but she went off a little bit, still able to continue and get results. Went on vacation, I think it was, she lost 3 pounds on vacation for 2 weeks because she's following the right things for her body and hormones. And that was 2 years ago she went through this program. Yeah, this is unlike anything else you've ever done, anything else you will ever do, because it is designed specifically for females' physiologies. Yes. Okay. Weigh yourself once a month. Compare it there. That's why you feel like you don't know what's going on, because we're not understood, we're not told these things. So don't feel bad. This is what you learn in the 12-week challenge. This is what we go over. You're going to learn about how your body system works, functions, how to eat for it, how to match your nutrition with your hormonal cycle to get and keep the best results. It was Sheila who got 2 years ago. Yeah, incredible. There's not a lot of other people who can have, programs and things like that say, oh yeah, my clients still get, results years later, So, other resources that I have for you guys are my book, The Female Fat Solution. This is, of course, on Amazon. This details out nutrition that matches your hormones in the cycle. Oh, I have stuff on it. It's not going to have stuff on it when you order it. It'll be really a good, clean version sent to you from Amazon. So this details out a lot of information as well. My podcast, The Female Health Solution. And then my YouTube channel is Dr. Beth Westy. You can subscribe to that to stay updated on all the videos that I have coming out. All right, thank you for tuning in, for joining. If you found this helpful, please share this video with somebody that's been struggling with where they're at and not understanding their body. All right, again, last time I'm gonna say it, we are getting close to that time where I'm gonna open registration, so don't hesitate to be on that wait list, because there's some amazing, amazing things that happen throughout the 12-week challenge, and I know you don't wanna miss out. All right, have a great rest of your night, you guys. I will see you later.